The room is silent except for the gentle scratch of a quill. Marcus Aurelius sits alone, his breath steady as he writes into the night. His journal is not meant for the world, but for himself, a sacred reminder of the obstacles lurking within his mind. He pauses and looks up, his brow furrowing slightly. There is a profound war waged not in the external world, but within the battlefield of the soul, a war against destructive mindsets. Today, we unravel these silent saboteurs of progress, exploring the mindsets every Stoic must leave behind to embrace the true essence of thriving. Imagine a clear, still lake at dawn. The surface is perfect, reflecting the first rays of sunlight. But drop a single pebble, and chaos ripples outward, distorting the tranquility. Your mind, much like that lake, is vulnerable to similar disruptions, not from the outside world, but from the stones you unknowingly carry in your hand. The Stoics understood this deeply. To thrive, to live in accordance with nature, one must learn to recognize and reject the subtle yet destructive patterns of thought that threaten to erode peace and purpose. Today, we embark on a journey into the shadows of the mind, illuminating the traps that ensnare even the most disciplined among us. There is an ancient tale told among the followers of Epictetus. It speaks of a young man consumed by his need for control. His name was Lysander. He lived with a rigid certainty that the world should bend to his will, believing that every misstep and misfortune could be avoided if he only tried harder, planned better, and demanded more. Lysander would wake before dawn, meticulously plotting every moment of his day. But as the gods often do, fate unraveled his plans. A storm would delay his journey. A merchant would deliver faulty goods. A friend would fail to honor a promise. Each time, Lysander's frustration grew, a fire in his chest that threatened to consume him. When he sought the counsel of Epictetus, the old philosopher listened patiently before speaking. "You suffer," he said, "because you fight the river. Release your grip, and you will see the current was never your enemy." Epictetus had unveiled the first poison of the Stoic soul, the obsession with control. The world, he explained, is vast and indifferent, spinning to its rhythm, not yours. To fight it is to fight the wind, fruitless and exhausting. Like Lysander, we carry seeds of destructive thought, sometimes unknowingly. They hide behind ambition, pride, or even a pursuit of justice. But left unchecked, these mindsets root themselves deep, choking the virtues Stoicism seeks to cultivate. To thrive, we must become vigilant gardeners, plucking these weeds before they overtake the fertile ground of our spirit. Valeria was a gifted artisan, renowned for her skill in crafting intricate mosaics. Yet, despite her growing fame, she lived with a constant ache in her heart. She spent her days gazing at the works of others, measuring her worth against theirs. One day, she traveled to Athens to visit the workshop of a celebrated artist. Standing before a grand mosaic, she was struck by its brilliance. But instead of awe, she felt only despair. Her work, she believed, could never rival what she saw. Seneca, upon hearing of her anguish, wrote her a letter. In it, he reminded her that comparison is a thief not only of joy but of purpose. "You were not born to mimic another's path," he wrote. "The oak does not envy the olive. They grow in their own time, bearing different fruits. To compare them is to misunderstand their nature." Through Valeria's story, we uncover another mindset to reject, the trap of comparison. A Stoic thrives not by measuring themselves against others, but by staying steadfast on their unique path. There is another story, one of a philosopher named Callimachus. He was known for his wealth, a rare attribute among Stoics. But while he outwardly espoused the virtues of simplicity, he clung fiercely to his possessions. When pirates raided his estate, stealing his treasures, he wept openly. His disciples, confused, asked him why he grieved what he had long preached to be insignificant. "I knew their worth," he admitted, "but I let them own me." Callimachus's story reveals the danger of over-attachment, not only to material things but to ideas, relationships, and identities. To thrive, one must learn the art of letting go, freeing the mind to focus on what truly matters. The Stoic path is not one of perfection but of practice. Every day, we encounter opportunities to release destructive mindsets and replace them with resilience, clarity, and virtue. Imagine Marcus Aurelius seated once more at his desk, writing his meditations. He reminds himself not of grand ambitions but of simple truths, to accept what he cannot control, to focus on his inner character, and to live in harmony with the flow of life. As you navigate your own journey, ask yourself, what stones am I carrying that disturb the peace of my mind? And are they worth the weight? If this resonates with you, reflect on your own thoughts today. Release the grip of control, comparison, and over-attachment, and replace them with wisdom, patience, and courage. For more timeless Stoic insights, subscribe to our channel and share this journey with others seeking clarity and strength in a chaotic world. Together, we thrive.